Hello, this is Sam from Sound on Sound magazine. I'm at the NAMM show in Anaheim, California, and I'm with Daniel from THD Labs. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Fine, really fine. Now the show started, and it's a great feeling that we're finally, after 2 years, back and meeting people.
Yeah, it's almost like we never went away.
Yeah, time lapse of fast forward, and then we're here.
Yeah, well, and we're standing either side of a slice of history here because this is a piece of the legendary Focusrite Studio console from Bop Studios in Botswana.
Yes.
And it's been restored. It's now living in Arizona, and it's got your automation system in it.
Yeah, it's got a new brain. It now can talk a modern language that any DAW will understand. And it's more, I would say, efficient, power-wise, simpler to use, simpler to install. Anything that people want now is, efficient, I would say.
Yeah, because back in the day, there were several competing automation systems in large format consoles. You had SSL with automation, you had flying faders, you had GML automation, which was what was originally fitted here.
Yeah.
And none of those was really designed with the DAW age in mind.
No, it's true.
So what you do at THD Labs is you replace essentially the brains of the system with a new computer that integrates with DAWs.
Yeah.
Explain how that works.
Well, first, all of the system use really high quality parts. The faders, the magic was the faders. So they use quality faders, and that's the thing that doesn't age, I would say. You can have issues, like bushings and things like this, but they will last for kind of ever. So they made with the console. The computer part was the thing that aged, I would say. So that's where we integrate. We use the same faders, but we use higher technology, more modern technology to drive them regarding the servo drive. So what's driving the motor is now not DC, but switching system at really high efficiency. It's like 98% drive and 2% heat loss. The old system would be 30% drive and 70% heat loss. So they make them bulky, complicated, out of the room, had to be extended. Now it's all part of the console. It's directly in the fader. So wiring is simple, Cat5, USB, a few cables. Power draw is about, I would say, 1/5 of, maybe 1/10 of what it was before. So, it's adapted to our time, and, energy is getting expensive. You don't need now, you call those HVAC or whatever, air conditioning to drive the computer. It draws about maybe 30 watt. A full 96 system will draw. It's about less than 5 watt per bucket.
And you now get complete recall of your session and automation within Pro Tools or Nuendo or whatever you're using.
Any software that is either VST, AU, or AAX compatible will work. So PC, Mac, we've got client with Logic, we got client with Reaper, we got client with Cubase. It's a one plugin that drives everything. And we also have some special project for legacy systems. We're working on a system which we call the black box project. So there's no timeline. It's directly in the injector. Everything is recording like the SSL and Flying Fader as a standalone thing that slaves the time code. But it's still the same hardware, same software suite. It's just optional way. As I say, these are only interface. They need a computer, but everyone can choose its own, I would say, platform. So we can, our plan is this will age with the console and not be obsolete. The other thing is it's universal. If you start on a GML, you can finish or continue your mix on a Flying Fader system. The same file system, the same mix file is compatible.
So in a sense, you're making these older automation systems fit for purpose in the 21st century.
Yes, and we do tricks like, that were not implemented like snapshot, static snapshot. A lot of people want to just recall a mix without opening Pro Tools, like set, click. That's my mix I did. That's verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, verse 4. So we implemented this as a universal feature in all our system. So it opens up to new, I would say, things that people do now. It's logical. And we can do it. It's software, it's firmware. We add it, and it's an evolvement, which is included in all systems. People can update those features as they, come out.
And are you showing anything new at the NAMM show this year?
Well, the GML is new.
Okay.
That's one big. Yeah, I have a few. The 9K. Forgot about that major project. So the SSL 9K is a special project. We started it as a request of SSL 9000 owners having computer dying. And for us, we decided to do it, although it's a niche market, but using the same technology we've been implementing in the Flying Fader and the GML, we're able now to. I don't know if I can grab this, but it's just there. That's the driver board. Instead of weighing 500 pounds, it's a few grams. It's directly in the console. And now we're telling people that have 9Ks, we're working on a project. It will be out in 2022. And that's a new, it's just there, and it shines. It works really great. So that's new thing. And we've got a fader pack driver with Motors fader that can be dropped in console that people like to customize. So that's another, I would say, branch of our project. Same technology, but dispersed in different direction.
Wow, it's so great to see these wonderful consoles getting a new lease of life.
Yeah, they're made to last, and they're fun to use, and they sound great. So let's just make them fun to integrate into the tools people use, adopt. And somebody using timecode and tape can still use our system. It's still compatible with the old school way of playing back tracks. So that's also, part of our wider range of users, from legacy users to the new users. Somebody can start his mix in his laptop, in the box, and go in the studio. That's a Tangerine system. Transfer the movement into the software, and it will play back the exact dB level as the in the box mix. So that's another way to bring people out of the box, I would say.
Well, this is great work you're doing, Daniel. Thanks so much for showing us.
Okay.
Have a great show.
Thank you.